Hello and welcome to the video. My name is Marie Benard. I'm the host of Synchronicity, talk radio for your mind, body, and soul. Thank you for joining me today. And this video is about a technique called urge surfing. So if you've ever had any kind of craving, and I'm sure all of us have, you know the urge that can come up. It can be a really strong pull that you need to eat more cake, or you need to call someone you shouldn't, or have a drug or some kind of other substance. And if you are dealing with a substance abuse issue, I'm so thankful that you found this video, and I do encourage you to watch. And also I would ask you to get in touch with a professional, because I am not a trained therapist or addictions counselor, but I hope that you do find this useful. So for lesser things, we'll use maybe the example of food. And another thing that I have been fighting the urge is to call someone that I broke up with 3 weeks ago. So if it's something like food, what I tend to do is to give myself a time frame in the beginning. So the thing about urges is that they don't actually last for that long if you sit through and ride the urge. So it's like riding a wave. That's why they call it urge surfing, because urges actually only last for a few minutes. It could be 5 minutes, and on the higher end, maybe about 30. Typically they pass within about 15 minutes. And so what you can do is tell yourself, okay, if I still want another piece of cake in 15 minutes, I can have it. So it's almost similar to the idea of getting yourself dressed for the gym, going and saying, okay, I'm going to stay and work out for 15 minutes. And usually what happens is you end up getting into the momentum of working out and staying a lot longer. So if you do that, that can be very helpful. For me, with the calling someone that I know that is not healthy for me to call, I've set up a time of 24 hours. And the reason for that is that when I'm thinking, oh, I need to explain this thing, or I need to know how this person's doing, or whatever the urge is telling me to do, it's really easy for me to justify in my mind, because there's always a legitimate reason for reaching out to someone that you care about. So I've set up the time frame of 24 hours. And so in that time I sit with the urge, I do the urge surfing, I have time to talk with people about the reasons that I'm coming up with to call this person. And then in 24 hours, if it still truly is a legitimate and wise mind decision, then I've given myself permission. And so far, it doesn't happen. As long as I ride the urge, it passes within just a few minutes generally. So what urge surfing is a mindfulness technique. So when you feel the urge coming on, let's say it's for a piece of cake, you feel the urge, and all you have to do is sit with the urge and notice it. Now this is the thing. Mindfulness is much different than distraction. And one of the reasons that urges can be so problematic is because what we tend to do is we tend to distract. And that doesn't make the urge go away. Often it will just end up coming back stronger. But if we sit mindfully and notice the urge, then it will pass, and you'll be amazed at how quickly it passes. So you want to focus on your breath, breathing in and out, and really focus on the sensations in your body. So you want to notice the feelings that are coming up within your body and how that craving feels. It could be a tightening in your stomach, it could be a tingling, whatever it is for you. You want to get quiet and sit and really notice that. Another thing you can do is be mindful of the thoughts that you're having. So for me, I'm mindful of, with reaching out, mindful of the justifications that come up, and mindful of how they seem at the time to make sense. And so I just breathe through them, and I accept that I'm having this urge. And of course, I've given myself permission 24 hours later that if it still does seem valid, that I will call. Now again, for serious addiction or substance abuse problems, I don't know what your agreement would be with your counselor, but you would want to probably work that out first. Anyway, so I hope that this has been helpful for you, and if you have any other tips on how you ride the wave of the urges and cravings that you get, please do post your comments below. I would love to read them, and if you found this video valuable, please do share it. Thanks so much and have a great day. Namaste.